It's the Chargers and the Broncos, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
From Denver. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On second down now, it's Newton, and he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on third, Goff. He finds his man, complete. That's Newton. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. Pollard now a first down and more. And all the way down to the 27. 48 yards on the ground for him so far. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now back to throw. This is caught. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
They put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. Blankenship's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
This one fielded out. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right?
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
That's us. We're good. We're good. 552. Here we go. Let's go.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 64 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. From the gun on third down, Goff. And this one is incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. He'll drop to throw. And he's got Quinn here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. They'll drop to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Draymond Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Gone. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Chargers to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun handoff to Punter. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. He'll fire one downfield for Fant, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He finds his man complete. That's Townsend. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Like 20.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Goff's throw into the hands of Fant. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Goff. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Grover Stewart in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Goff, he's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
L.A. readies for its next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw here. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Here's Pollard. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Perez.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perez. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Trying to run for it with Pollard, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Back to throw here. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. He's going to keep this again. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Pollard again. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Blankenship's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So Jared Goff, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On is the Chargers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
That's how we do
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. He finds his man complete. It's Newton. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. This time they stay on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the Chiefs who were able to come away with the home victory. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Trey Lance has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Robbie Anderson, a touchdown reception. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Broncos, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And oh, by the way, play off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
gun now on third down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him bumped down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Back to throw again. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Fuller. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down, here's an option right. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From his goal line here, Goff. And his pass incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On second down, it's Newton. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Goff now to throw. He's got room to run past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Goff on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Newton. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. To throw is Goff. And to the right side here, it's Allen.
And he will have the Broncos first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Goff. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And to give this time to the tailback. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Matt Hawk now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Perez. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Short little throw to Ebron. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throw left side complete. That's Quinn.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Run for Pollard. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perez. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Possession switching back now to the Chargers.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll set up a throw. Short little throw to Ebron. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Let's go.
A big play there for L.A.
Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to. But a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Broncos are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Newton, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hands it off out of the gun.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Goff. He finds his man, complete. That's Newton. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll give him 4 yards there. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And they'll run again.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Goff. Looking long for Thomas. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now gone. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Staying on his feet. An unlucky number here. A loss of 13 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Oh, he bowls over it. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Quinn. And he's brought down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. He's back to throw. And he's got Quinn here. That's complete. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and the lead is up to 5.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Jared Goff in the offense, down by 5, 1:40 remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Goff now to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Townsend. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He's going to let it fly.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Now Goff. And that is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Goff. And incomplete on the deep ball. But down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Goff on 4th.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Picked off at the 38.
And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Let's go.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they take a knee. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Chargers, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.